Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. Today's program, we're talking fall events in Suffolk. We're kicking off with the Suffolk Peanut Festival, always a fan favorite. And we're also going to talk with the Suffolk Division of Tourism to find out what they have on tap for the fall of 2015. Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're talking Suffolk Peanut Festival, and of course it's that magical time of year. And to talk about this great event here in the city of Suffolk, we have two experts joining us today. We have Jim Bryant, chairperson for this year's event, and Teresa Earls. Now, we're used to seeing Teresa here to talk tourism, but today she's going to have a little different hat on for this segment, and we're talking Peanut Fest, as she serves as the publicity volunteer for this year's event. Teresa, thank you for doing that as well.
Thank you.
All right, so let's kick it off. Jim, we're going to start with you. What's the theme for this year's event, and I understand it's your idea, so tell us a little bit about kind of how that came about.
Tilling up good family fun for 38 years. It's more of a homage to the farmers in the community and the Tidewater region, really. They don't get the recognition, I think, this day and age that they used to. The family farms are kind of disappearing. It's all becoming more corporate, and farmland is being rented out to different organizations and what have you.
Right.
So that's really the gist of it, and our pins reflect that. That's why we do have souvenir pins that will be available to the public. So it kind of recognizes that as a pat on the back to the farmers.
Very nice. Now, I know one key word in that phrase was family, and I think when you talk about Suffolk Peanut Festival, both from the people who volunteer with the organization, from the people who attend, and everyone involved, it has that family feel all across the board.
You're right. All of our volunteers, well, we consider our volunteers as family.
Right.
And they bring their family. We've said it before and we'll continue to say it. We've watched their children grow from little ones to adults that are now volunteers working out here, which is a good thing. It just makes it, I don't know, you just like family. You know, you're walking into your back door basically. And sometimes we don't see each other all year long, and then for a couple of months here we're at each other's whatever for have family.
That's it. Family's family. You're right about that.
So that's really what it really boils down to out here.
Okay.
Well, and I think the good part, the idea is that Peanut Fest is certainly family oriented. There's something for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether you're 2 or 92, you're going to find something here to do.
Yes.
We have a strong senior population that comes out and participates in bingo and other activities, and yet we also have a family area that appeals to small children and families who, I've brought my child out here thinking he wanted to ride all the rides, and he really just wanted to jump from hay bale to hay bale. So, there's something for
that's
everyone.
Right. Yeah. Now, when we talk Peanut Fest, it's 4 days, starts on a Thursday, ends on a Sunday. Let's talk about the dates for this year, and really the fact that once you're in, you're in. I mean, you're paying to park, really, is what we're talking about as far as admission. And, of course, the food and some of the vendors and things like that and the rides. But nonetheless, you're there, and there's a ton of stuff to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we kick off on Thursday night with Shrimp Feast, which is a Ruritan Club event. Right. And as you know, it's very popular. And that is a separate ticketed event. It's $30 per person. Right. They do have some tickets available at the gate for $40.
Okay.
But that is something completely different.
Sure.
But we're really happy to include it in the Peanut Fest site. Right. But like you said, we span quite a bit of real estate out here. We have a full carnival. We have arts and crafts and commercial tents. We have individual vendors and exhibits. We have a lot of our local fire departments on display, as well as police and local car dealerships. There's a little bit of something for everyone. Of course, there's peanuts.
Of course.
You're going to get handfuls of peanuts. But you can walk around all day. You could spend as much as you want or as little as you want. But the parking is very reasonable. It's $15 per vehicle per entry per day. So anytime you come through, you park and you stay all day, $15. If you have one person in your car, or if you have 6 people in your car, it's still $15.
Right.
Now, we are encouraging people to take advantage of our 4-day pass, which is a huge discount. You can get a 4-day pass for $25. And you can either get that in advance or you can get it at the gate when you come in.
Correct.
So you don't have to decide until you pull up if this is something you want to do for the next couple of days. By all means, if it's something that you have teenagers and you want them out of your hair, what a great, cheap way to go.
Exactly.
So,
a great place to be, and like you said, the family atmosphere and the fact that there truly is something for everyone when you're out here for Peanut Fest.
I think we're probably, to my knowledge, the only festival in the area, fair festival, that caters to seniors and the little ones on Friday, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is free parking from 10 to 12, I believe,
Until noon.
on Friday. So it's an opportunity to bring the little ones out. The seniors are bussed in, vanned in from
Yes.
the different nursing home facilities in the area, in the region. And they all really get a chance to intermingle with one another and just have a good time. So it's something that if I didn't come back after Friday, I would feel like I have satisfied my need for the public, you might say.
Sure.
I've said that before. And you can just see them having a good time.
Right.
The seniors are they're just having a ball.
You
And
know,
they don't normally get out.
correct. Right. And again, it's a great place to come. I think, like you said, the bingo and some
Exactly.
other activities and everything
Exactly.
going on. And every day, again, it's a 4-day festival, but every day kind of has a different feel to it. I mean, yes, you have the vendors and the food and the rides and things like that that are kind of always going on, but there's always something, a little different. So like you talked about the 4-day pass,
Yes.
there is something different going on all 4 days.
Yes.
Whether it's the events or things, but also the musical entertainment as well, which again, the
Exactly.
headliners this year are headliners.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and I think we should probably mention, in case we haven't, that the dates are October 8th through the 11th.
Yes.
Okay, so we start out on the 8th, which is a Thursday. Now, Fridays traditionally are Demolition Derby, which is
Yes.
6 o'clock on Friday evening. And that is the grown-up version of Matchbox cars just banging into each
Right.
other. And people have such a grand time. And kids come, adults come, and they just have a great time. We do have entertainment on the stage that night. We have Luke Willett and the Show Me Band, a great local act. With a wonderful voice, somewhere between Josh Turner and Johnny Cash, I would say. He's fabulous. And we have Sean Preston and the Loaded Pistols
Yes.
following. And I could call him Sassy Cowboy, but he probably wouldn't appreciate it. But that's the kind of feel,
Right.
he's just really talented. And so that's exciting. Now, when you're going to Saturday, we have Tailgate Down is going to open,
Down.
and then we're going to have the Lipton Fireworks Extravaganza at 8.
Okay.
And then following the fireworks, we have the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band,
Okay.
who has been touring for 49
Right.
years. So it's something that they know what they're doing, and you cannot hear a Nitty Gritty Dirt Band song and not know it.
Exactly.
No matter what age you are, because it's been on the
Exactly.
radio for the majority of our lives.
Right.
So what a great opportunity to see this band right before they're getting ready to celebrate their half-century mark. So that's pretty fabulous. And then on Sunday, which is traditionally our country day as well, we have Island Boy, who's not country, but a fun band to kick off the
Right.
afternoon. And then that's going to lead into Black Hawk, which currently is a duo. It was previously a trio, but they lost one of their members, a few years back, I
Yeah.
guess. But that has also led them to do a lot of fundraising for cancer research and that sort of thing. But they were a really popular act in the 1990s, and they have several #1 hits, so that'll be fun. And then the Outlaws, who have also been together, they're like Southern rock legends. They will be performing immediately after. So there is music from beginning to end.
And that's all covered by the
It's
admission
included,
again. So
absolutely.
the
There are
parking,
no
so, yeah.
fees for concerts.
Exactly.
Right.
Where can you go and see that many concerts
Yeah.
for $15 for a car?
And again, with the fireworks extravaganza, so to
Yes.
speak, that you're going to have on Saturday night,
Right.
sponsored by Lipton.
Yes,
So
and this is their 60th anniversary in Suffolk, so I imagine big things from them.
extra special. There we go.
Yes.
And they also are a sponsor of our Silent Disco,
Right.
which sounds funny because if you don't know what it is, and it is funny.
Right.
It's especially funny when you're looking from the outside in, because all the people who are dancing are wearing earphones that are hooked up to a DJ, and you're hearing all these great tunes and you're
Right.
dancing, but no one on the outside can hear a thing. And it's so much fun. So we're expecting that to be a big hit again this year. We started last year, we're continuing this year. We also have a truck and tractor pull on Saturday, so that appeals to the agricultural community,
Yes.
as well as the same crowd that loves the demo derby and loves to see things crashed and pulled
Right.
and smoke going. They just love it.
Now, let me ask the two of you, and I want you both to chime in on this. Peanut Fest, when you think about it, what is your favorite, if you had to pick one thing that you say, this is what I'm looking forward to every year, kind of a standard, what would y'all go with? Jim, you want to go first? You think you could just say, look, this is what it could be everything, but is there any one
Well,
thing
I
that
think
jumps
I've
out
said
to you?
it. Senior and Kitty
Yeah,
Day
okay.
is probably my,
my
I guess, most fulfilling.
Right,
Stuff like
Exactly.
as far as fulfilling
right.
what I've been out here for a number of years, and we've been doing this forever.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, we've been doing it. Feel like I've been here forever, but anyway, it's a good day.
Right.
Just to watch the fun and the smiles of the small ones.
Well, I'm totally going to be selfish because I love the camel.
Okay.
Stewie the camel.
You got to explain this one, Teresa.
Oh my gosh, he is so sweet. I mean, you wouldn't expect it. He's like a giant dog.
Right.
He is so precious, and so
His name's Stewie.
Stewie.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. How can you not like a camel named
I didn't
Stewie?
say he's a good guy. I'm sure.
Well, I love to see the fact that it's different.
Yeah.
You don't see it at every festival.
Yeah.
No. We have a great petting zoo and pony rides, and just the children's area is phenomenal. And in addition to like the main stage, we have the Peanut Lounge and we have the Harvest Family stage.
Right.
So you're getting that national entertainment, but you're also getting like the local lounge feel where you're getting some local musicians playing in the Peanut Lounge. And then on the Harvest Family stage, you have schools, orchestras, you have local bands. We had some very heavy metal last year, so we appeal to everybody.
Exactly.
And then on Sunday, we have a great gospel showcase featuring some of the best singers in the area. So, I mean, truly, how can you come to Peanut Fest and not find something that you love?
And real quick, I know we just have a couple minutes left, and I want to make sure we mention this, the Swamp Roar.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that. That's on Sunday.
You think that I would just automatically have brought that up since it's kind of my event. We are having our 14th annual Suffolk Swamp Roar Motorcycle Rally, and that is a rally that starts at Peanut Fest on Sunday morning. We start registering people on site at 9. We take off at 10:30. It's an 80-mile ride around the perimeter of the Great Dismal Swamp, and it raises money for the Dismal Swamp interpretive programs, educational programs, that sort of thing. We get anywhere between 600 and 1,000 participants. Okay. It's a fun day. You get a T-shirt, you get a party afterwards, and a DJ, and it's all included. It's $20 person. It's a great fundraiser, and so we're looking forward to it. Being that it's our 14th year, we're going strong. So that's, if you want to ride, if you just want to watch a lot of bikes go by, that would be the time to do it.
Good deal. So Suffolk Peanut Festival 2015, October 8th through the 11th.
Yes.
And again, the parking?
It's $15 per entry.
Okay.
Or $25 for a 4-day pass.
Right.
And we have a brand new website.
Right.
Which is easy to remember, SuffolkPeanutFest.com.
Pretty simple.
So check us out. We have all the information about the Queen's Luncheon and other events coming up.
That's
the parade. We have the Queen's Luncheon, or actually, I'm sorry, it's a banquet this time.
Right.
It's on October 1st, which is a Thursday night.
Right.
And then we have the parade on the following Saturday on October 3rd at 10 a.m.
Okay, good deal. So again, Suffolk Peanut Fest, 4 days, full of fun, family entertainment. A great place to be, something you definitely want to check out. And just want to say again, Jim and Teresa, thank you both for being with us to talk Suffolk Peanut Festival, one of our favorite interviews of the year. So we'll have more on the scene when we return.
Thank you.
Welcome back to On the Scene. We're back with Teresa, and Teresa now puts back on her tourism hat.
Yes.
So let's talk tourism for the fall.
Sure.
There are 3 events in particular, and these are sort of tours and activities that the Division of Tourism puts on throughout the year. Absolutely. But when it comes to be fall time, maybe a little more special in some ways. So let's just kind of cover, we have the Great Dismal Swamp, the Historic Tour, as well as the Ghost Tour. So let's kind of capsulize what those 3 events are all about.
Sure. Well, like you said, we do them all year round, but the Great Dismal Swamp I've called a safari. It's not exactly a safari, but it's a fun tour. Right. And it involves walking and riding the bus through the swamp, and that leaves from the visitor center. It's a 4-hour tour. Okay. So you're going to have this wonderful biologist step on who knows so much about the history as well as the wildlife and the flora, the fauna, that sort of thing. So she can give you a real well-rounded tour. But the fall is a great time because the leaves are starting to fall and you can see more. You see a lot more birds and critters that are coming through. You might catch a bear or two. Right. Not catch a bear, but you might see a bear. But that's certainly an opportunity. Right. And then our historic bus tour, something that we've recently kind of revitalized, so to speak, that we do on a regular basis on Mondays at 2, and sometimes we offer them on Saturdays as well. And it's an hour tour through the historic district of downtown Suffolk. And so you're getting basically a windshield tour, but it's on our minibus. Yes. And it's lots of information packed into an hour. You're really learning about what the city started as and how we've evolved to this day. It's really very interesting. It's fun. We've had people come from all over the East Coast, and when they're in Suffolk, that's one of the things they want to see. Yes. And then we're in the fall, so I can't not say that we do the Legends of Main Street, a Suffolk Ghost Walk, and we definitely ramp up our schedule this time of year. It's not necessarily a Halloween tour, but it's definitely supernatural, but it's also got a lot of history and a lot of humor and a little bit of spookiness, but it's a lot of fun. It's a 90-minute walking tour. Okay. You're led throughout our downtown historic district by 2 costumed guides. There's a little singing involved, not that anyone has to join in, but it's just a lot of fun. It's $10 a person. It's 90 minutes long. It's not for kids though.
Right.
We really cut it off at 9, and that's if you have a very mature 9-year-old.
Yes.
And because for no other reason, 90 minutes is a long time to stand still or walk and be quiet.
Correct.
But it's a very popular tour, and if you're interested, you got to book it now because they sell out. Last year we were adding tours after tours after tours, and so if you definitely want to see it or go on the tour, now would be the time. Now, of course, we do it year round.
Correct.
We stop usually in December and January just because it's too cold.
Right.
Now, we've had some specialty groups come in, some conference groups, and we'll do February tours, but we just tell you to bring your hot chocolate and your thermos and you'll be okay.
Now, of course, all this can be scheduled through the Suffolk Visitor Center.
Yes.
And again, we'll certainly put the website up there,
Yes,
as
please.
well as the phone number. But again, you can stop by, you can call, email, whatever contact. But again, you can look on the calendar, and again, you have the dates, the times, and everything there. But all that can be coordinated through the Visitor Center.
Absolutely.
Right.
The Visitor Center is located on the corner of Main Street and Constance. We're in the old Nansemond County Courthouse. We're very recognizable, and we're open 7 days a week, 9 to 5. You can come in anytime. And we're open on Monday holidays, and so there's no excuse not to come see us, really. But like you said, visit SuffolkVA.com is a great resource, not just for the tours, but for all the citywide events. We try to keep a running calendar of all kinds of things that people would like to enjoy, plus our attractions listing. If you're looking to plan a wedding or a reunion, you can find all that there as well.
And now, of course, you talked about the Visitor Center and how it's positioned in a very unique spot, very visible.
Yes.
One addition recently, I said the last couple of years, the pavilion. And of course, the connection with that is the fact that you guys are going to be offering some great movies.
Yes.
So again, family events that are coming up this fall. Talk a little bit about what's on the agenda for that, especially one special event that, should we say, will barely be there.
I love it.
Yes.
Well, with the pavilion, we're farmers market by day and movie theater by night. We've had a great, outreach program because of this pavilion. We're able to have the farmers market for the community, and we try to do regular, family-friendly days where we do first Saturdays at the market where there's a petting zoo and entertainment, and then we bring in the beekeepers and we bring in the master gardeners and do exhibits and workshops. And the farmers market's still running through November 21st, I believe it is.
Right.
Whatever the third Saturday in November is.
Put on our calendar hats there. Yeah.
Before Thanksgiving.
Right.
But every Saturday from 9 to 1, we have the farmers market, and the first Saturday is always a little bit bigger.
Correct.
So what we're going to do on October 17th is we have the farmers market till 1, and then you can come back at 6, and we're going to show The Box Trolls, which is a free movie. It's open to the public. It's family friendly. And we'll always have crafts and that sort of thing.
Sure.
And then we sell concessions and raise money for United Way.
Right.
So it's just a fun evening. It doesn't cost you really anything. And when we say we sell concessions, we're talking 50 cents.
I was gonna say, very moderate.
It's not going to break the bank.
No.
And you can bring your own food. We're not strict about that. If your child wants a Happy Meal and that's what they want, by all means, if it makes them happy, give them the Happy Meal. So we invite people to come on out and enjoy the movie. We have seating. Some people prefer to bring sleeping bags and lay on the floor, but we have plenty of seats and mats and benches and that sort of thing. Now, what you were alluding to, I'm very excited about because on the now I'm going to get
24th.
24th. Thank you. I'm glad you're keeping up with it. On the following Saturday, we are doing the farmers market, and then we're going to have a children's fair starting at 3. I'm very excited about this. We're going to have a petting zoo and a trackless train and face painting, and we're having a DJ and food and all kinds of fun stuff. And then we're going to show the movie Paddington. And we're really excited about this. I have seen this movie, and it is well worth the time. And it appeals to adults and kids.
Exactly.
It is really not one of those movies that you go to and go, oh, I couldn't stand it. It is wonderful. It's just a beautiful movie. And of course, Paddington is a beloved character.
Yes.
And part of, all the storybooks about Paddington in the library will be there doing story time and some crafts. And we'll have plenty of crafts, of course, for people to do. And all of it's free.
I was going to say, how much does this cost,
free.
Teresa?
No, it's all free.
Right.
Now, of course, if you decide to come and get a hot dog, that's on you. But everything, we try to keep everything really affordable.
Exactly.
And as close to free as we can. We want this to be a great day out for families. If you want to come and go to the farmer's market during the day, do a little shopping, maybe go have lunch, come back for the children's fair, stay for the movie.
That's right.
Your entire day is planned. And you win just a few blocks. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that.
And I think that's a great thing about what everyone in tourism does is the fact that you're talking community events. The price is always right.
Yes, we try.
I mean, even the tours that we talked about off the top are very moderately priced for what you're getting out of it as far as with there. But again, it's community events, family oriented, fun.
Absolutely.
And that's it. And of course, speaking of fun, if you go to the visitor center, a lot of great information there. A couple of displays when you walk in. You get there. Your visitor center advisors are there to greet you and kind of give you any information you need to have.
Don't forget our gift shop.
I was going to say we get into the gift shop.
Please don't forget the gift shop.
That's right.
That's not free, but we have lots of great items for the holidays because you always have that one family member that used to live here, moved away,
Yes.
and you want to send them something that's Suffolk.
Suffolk, yeah.
And we get quite a bit of business through the holidays because people want something that says Suffolk on it.
Exactly.
And we have some really nice new items, including onesies that say Little Peanut, and that's our first baby item. That's
Very nice.
Suffolk, and it's so if you have somebody that you're going to a baby shower or
Right.
someone's expecting a baby in the near future, that would be a perfect gift.
Okay.
A little plug there.
Little commercial,
and
yeah.
it's like just perfect time for Peanut Fest.
Exactly.
Little peanut onesie, but just the idea that we're constantly changing and
Right.
evolving and trying to add new things and give people what they're looking for, and it's perfect for the person who's stopping by,
Right.
coming through town, who's visiting, and a lot of the events that we do and things we offer. They're not, I mean, obviously we appeal to citizens, but we're looking for the visitors who are coming,
Exactly.
whether they're coming for a day,
Right.
whether they're at a conference across the street and they're walking over, they could just be staying with family and friends and they're looking for something to do.
Right.
So it gives, we're really a resource for anyone, whether citizens, visitors, and because we're open, every day,
Right.
you can't miss us.
That's right.
And we're always open at visitsuffolkva.com, which I like to tell you.
Now, you mentioned the website. Perfect segue for what I was getting ready to mention here. We talked about the calendar that's available online.
Yes.
And one of the events on that calendar is coming up in October, the 17th and 18th. And you
Yes.
want to talk a little bit about Driver Days.
Yes, Driver Days. It's a fall festival that is in the Driver Village
Right.
off of Nansemond Parkway and Kings Highway. And gosh, I can't even tell you how many years we've been doing it at this point. It's a great homegrown festival.
Right.
The community of Driver comes together and puts together great concerts and children's activities, and they have over 100 crafters and vendors this year. They have a cornhole tournament. There's just something truly for everyone, and that's free.
Right.
They do, I believe there might be a very nominal parking fee.
Right.
I mean, we're talking very
Right.
inexpensive.
Right.
But general admission is free, and you just go and you wander through and you have a great time. And they have a website called driverevents.com, and that will lead you to all the additional information, all the details.
Got it.
And then, of course, on our website, we put as much as we can as
Sure,
well.
sure.
And in Facebook, everything's everywhere. So,
Yeah.
but Driver Days is it's a nice combination with Peanut Fest. So you have Peanut Fest one weekend, and the next weekend you have Driver Days. They're two huge events and completely different.
Exactly.
But have such a great hometown Suffolk feel. You really get an idea of what Taste of Suffolk
Right.
and Peanut Fest and Driver Days just completes this full, picture of what Suffolk really is and all the people and what we love and how proud we are of our community. And I would not miss it for anything.
Indeed. And again, tons of family fun available right here in Suffolk. Again, you can coordinate a lot of these events or find out more by going to the tourism website, as we mentioned. Certainly, as we noted earlier in the show, the Peanut Festival website, which is new this year. It kind of revised, got a new little facelift there. So again, some great information that's out there. But again, events happening right here in your community, please take advantage of them. Take the opportunity to go out there, have fun with your family, your friends, your neighbors, everyone coming together. Again, fall is a great time to get out and about, and Suffolk's a great time to be doing that, right?
It's a busy time in Suffolk. Fall, when our neighboring communities always say that the summer is their busiest time, fall is by far the busiest time in Suffolk, which I'm glad because you can have the beach in the summer just as long as you come back for the fall.
And doing that right here in Suffolk again.
Exactly.
Well, Teresa, thanks for spending time with us today.
Thank you.
All right. That would do it for this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. We'll see you next time.